You are looking at the floor of the Republican National Convention, where 2,400 delegates and the country are waiting to hear Donald Trump's selection for his vice presidential running mate. And we have breaking news to tell you about. According to 4 sources familiar with the conversations, Senator Marco Rubio of Florida has been told that he is not Donald Trump's vice presidential pick. And North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum has been told he will not be Trump's running mate for vice president. That's according to 3 sources from NBC News. Among the 3 who for weeks have been the most frequently mentioned, that leaves Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, who has been in office for less than 3 years. He rose to fame after he wrote his 2016 memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, about having grown up poor in Ohio. He has recently been very close to Trump, seen repeatedly with Donald Trump. But again, there is always the possibility that there is a 4th option here, and that would be a surprise. But 2 of the main candidates, Doug Burgum and Marco Rubio, have been told that they are not Donald Trump's choice for vice president. I want to go out onto the floor of that convention, where Jacob Soboroff is standing by, gathering some reaction. And you're with the North Dakota delegation?
Yeah, Chris, that's right. I'm in the right place for reaction to this news that's just coming in right now. I'm with Josh Gallion. He's actually the state auditor of North Dakota. He's the head of the delegation. Mr. Auditor, we're reporting at NBC News that your governor, Doug Burgum, is not going to be the pick for vice president by former President Trump. Your reaction?
You know, we're going to wait and see. Well, I think it's, rumors.
Still holding out hope.
We're still holding out hope.
What are you hearing from the delegation? Why is he, in your mind's eye, the most qualified to be the next vice president of the United States?
Well, I think it recognizes that North Dakota, we feed and fuel the world, and our importance on the national stage is critical. And so that role alone and the leadership that he's provided has made him eligible.
If it's not Governor Burgum, who would be your second choice?
You know, I know there's a great list. J.D. Vance is great. I think Marco Rubio would be great. There's a lot of great Americans out there that could serve in this role.
I hate to break it to you, but according to our reporting as well, Rubio's out of the mix. But J.D. Vance evidently is still in the mix. We'll keep you posted. I appreciate you talking with us.
Thank you.
And thank you. Enjoy the convention.
Yes,
thank you, State Auditor. Thank you very much. Chris, I want to show you a little bit about, if placement's any indication, may have been a clue. Here's the North Dakota delegation. I'll show you where the stage is in relation to North Dakota. This is the stage all the way up here. Now come with me. The people in the very furthest back of the entire Republican National Convention, I want to give them a little bit of airtime. This is the very back of the North Dakota delegation. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give you a quick minute here. We're live on television. We're hearing that your governor is not going to be the vice presidential pick. Anybody want to react to that?
You know, I trust Donald Trump to pick who he feels is the best VP for the U.S. right now.
All right, a diplomatic response. I appreciate you very much. And we'll make our way back, Chris, out of the very back here of the RNC. Thank you guys very much. The great state of North Dakota. Appreciate you very much. And I'm going to send it back to you from here at the very back of the RNC, Chris.
Again, 3 sources telling NBC News that North Dakota's governor, Doug Burgum, is not the selection. But let me send it out to Katie, who is with the Ohio delegation, which, of course, is the home state for one other person who has been mentioned. We don't know who the pick is. We should make that very clear. But J.D. Vance has often been mentioned.
Yeah, so we spoke a moment ago with Governor DeWine about J.D. Vance. And Governor, we just hate to come back to you. We're going to pick on you for a second. We just confirmed that it's not Marco Rubio and it's not Doug Burgum. J.D. Vance was on the short list.
Well, we're eliminating them, right?
We're eliminating them. So I'm going to ask you again, how concrete is your list for replacing J.D. Vance? Say if it's J.D. Vance as vice president. Say if you have an open Senate seat.
Too early, much too early.
How is it too early?
Go win. We got to go win in the fall. We can't look down the road that far. Look, obviously since the speculation has started, I've been thinking about that, but it's just much too early.
Have you had a conversation with him? With J.D. Vance?
I've had some conversation with J.D., but not about that.
You haven't talked about what might potentially happen if he has to give up his seat?
No, absolutely not.
Have you had a conversation with Donald Trump, former president, about this?
No direct conversation.
Have you talked to him about what happened on Saturday?
No, I'm not.
Do you think J.D. Vance is going to be somebody that could act as not only a fighter? I mean, he's proven himself to be somebody that can cheerlead Donald Trump, that can fight for Donald Trump, but can he act as a unifier in this moment if he is the VP pick?
Look, I think it's very important. President Trump has set the right tone. He's been very, conciliatory in the sense of, look, let's all pull together. We're one country. We have disagreements. We'll go fight those disagreements out in the marketplace of ideas. But we need to kind of tone these things down a little bit. I think that's the right tone.
Do you think J.D. Vance has that tone?
Sure, he can do that.
Why do you think that?
I think, again, the president has set the right tone for that. President Trump has set the right tone for that. I have no reason to think that J.D. Vance would not do the same thing.
All right, well, thank you for letting me pick on you once again.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.